Well, believe it or not, I got 2 more pieces of equipment today. I mean, here it is, 22 degrees today, and I'm working on lawn equipment. That's great. This one I'm just waiting to return. So he says this one needs hoses. I don't know if he actually knows what it needs or if he's just guessing. I don't know why he thinks it needs hoses. So we'll have to take a look at that. It seems to me it's collecting. It's bringing up fuel, so I'm betting it needs a carburetor more than anything. Let's take a look at this, just real quick. Does it even have gas? Yeah. So I'm kind of guessing it needs a carburetor. Yeah, I think it just needs a carburetor. Well, I didn't mean to get in a full diagnostic with this, but that answered some questions. I wonder if this needs the same thing. That needs gas. Glad I came out here. It's so cold I didn't want to work on these today, but I knew that I'd have to come out here and make a video, so thought I'd do this while we were making a video, and then I could talk to you about firewood, or actually people. Same thing. Let's try this. We'll open it up, spray some starting fluid in it, see what happens. Same thing. Well, that's good news. Well, that wasted 4 minutes of a video. I hope you were entertained. So the other day I made a video. I talked about firewood. And I was telling you why we split this up so small. I mean, these are just little sticks. It's barely kindling. Well, barely more than kindling, I should say. And the thing is, well, like this morning, temperature was 60 degrees in the house. And I put some, you know, I don't know, 6 or 9 pieces of those little bitty sticks at 4:30 this morning. Okay, so not much. We're not talking about huge logs here. Sticks, we're using sticks. And it got the house up to 80 degrees. Well, here it is, almost noon. So that was at 4:30. Here it is, almost noon. Temperature outside is 22 degrees. And inside the house, it's 68 degrees. So it lasted 6 hours, roughly, with 9 little sticks. Now, I try to explain this in great detail. That in a tiny house, it is hard to control the temperature. You don't want to get it too hot. So I try to get up to 80 degrees, and then all day long it settles back down. That's about the max the dogs can handle, definitely the max that Carolyn can handle. So we've established this. So I only got to start the wood stove a few times a day. I am not like everybody else where you're just constantly throwing firewood into the stove. Secondly, our wood is very dry. I explained this the other day in great detail. Now, what was funny about this video is I started out the video with people telling me, oh no, you can't do that. The title was even indicating that I wasn't allowed to use firewood the way I was describing how I was going to use it. This is so funny to me. So, of course, someone got in the comment section explaining to me how I am fundamentally wrong about my use of firewood. You got to understand something. When you put wood in like that, it gets significantly hotter. I'm paraphrasing. And so when that dies down, you got to take a big log and put it in there, and that'll last a long time. Okay, well, I guess you weren't listening. This is what's so frustrating about the human race. They weren't listening. If I put another log in there at 80 degrees, now I don't care what size log you put in it, you put another log in there, it's gonna be 110 degrees. That's not even survivable, I think. I think you're gonna sweat to death. So why am I doing this? When I specifically said in the video, I get it up to 80 degrees and I let it sit for a while, 4 or 6 hours, just like I did today. People are so inclined to tell you how to run your life, even though they have no idea what your life is. They don't even want to listen to it. They are the experts in every subject. You mean to tell me you're going to burn firewood in a tiny house that's 12 by 16 feet, less than 200 square foot house? Now, most people live in a house probably 2,000 square feet, 1,000 square feet. I'll call it, let's say 1,000 square feet. So mine's 200 square feet. And so you're gonna heat it with firewood? Let me tell you how to do it. I've never lived in a tiny house. I've never heated a tiny house. I have no idea how to do it, but I'm gonna tell you how to do it because you obviously don't have a clue. So the way I do it, let me explain how I do it. I heat the stove up with little kindling like you do, and then I put a big log in it. You should duplicate that. Okay, well, thanks. You just wasted my time reading your ridiculous comment. It was hugely ridiculous. Since I completely explained every aspect of why I do it the way I do it, why it's more important that I do it my way than your way, because you are literally wasting resources. You live in a 1,000 square foot house you don't need. I've proved it. You're heating a 1,000 square foot house. Now, let's think about this. A couple in their 60s, living in a 1,000 square foot house, and where do you spend most of your time? Probably in the living room or the bedroom. So you're heating an entire house with a bunch of wood, burning a log. After you heat up the stove with little bitty sticks, you're throwing a log in there every hour, every couple hours, constantly burning firewood to heat an entire house that you spend most of your time in 2 rooms. Yes, you're much more intelligent than me. Why would I ever think that living in a tiny house takes 9 sticks of firewood to heat it for 6.5 hours, 6 hours? That's just a ridiculous idea. Why would you do that? Why would you conserve firewood like that? That is a dumb idea. You need to be burning all the time. Open the doors, open the windows. You need to work your hindsight off, because you know what? I had to, because I'm not smart enough to figure out that I can conserve energy, not have to work as hard, and be completely happy in life. Much more happier than being stressed all the time because I can't afford all the things that I have to afford to live in a 1,000 square foot house that I only spend 90% of my time in 2 rooms. Yeah, please tell me how great you are. I don't think it is. I've been in your position. I don't like it. I didn't like the stress that came with it, the constant having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go work for an employer so he could chew you out all day. Running your own company, constant stress of running your own company. No, it wasn't fun for me. Why do I insist, or you insist I should say, why do you insist to tell me all the time that I need to go back to a lifestyle that I disliked, possibly even hated? You want me to do it your way. I am telling you, there is a better way. If you don't want to do it, fine, then stop watching my channel. I don't know why you're coming over here to educate me on how to live life that doesn't make sense. I make a YouTube video about living off grid in a tiny house with a wood stove. You come and visit my video like you're visiting me, and you want to learn how to live off grid in a tiny house with a wood stove, but then go and revert right back to, no, you got to live like I do. Okay, if I got to live like you do, then go away. I don't want your input. And I just don't understand this narcissistic need to go around telling everybody how to live their lives when they have absolutely no clue how to live a life. They want to learn, but they don't want to learn. They want to learn, but they want to tell you how to do it. Makes no sense. It's like these people in the Facebook group. I tell you about this all the time. These guys, oh, I'm going to learn how to work on a lawnmower. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong. Just today, I had a customer, tell me I'm doing things wrong with my lawnmower repair business. Well, you're going to go out of business. Fine, I'm going to go out of business. What he doesn't realize is I don't need a lot of money. I don't care if I get any work. None. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to go out of business. I'll still have a sign up. Hey, you want me to work on your lawnmower? No, you're going to go out of business because you don't do this. I don't work. He wants me to work on ATVs and farm equipment. I'm not going to do it. You're going to go out of business. Okay, fine. I'm going to go out of business. And then he says, I'm not a DIC. You know what I'm talking about. Well, yes, you are. You have no business telling me how to run my business. You are not a lawnmower mechanic, because if you were, you would be doing your own work. There is no way I would take my lawnmower to another mechanic to have him work on it. If I know how to do it, why not do it myself? So, the logic is just insane. It's insane. I'm going to tell you how to do things. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to work on his equipment because I don't want to work on it. It's a risk. I don't want to work on mini excavators. I don't want to work on ATVs. I want to work on lawnmowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, that kind of stuff. Lawn equipment. The arrogance of people just drives me batty. I make YouTube videos. People tell me I'm arrogant because I make YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos for money. I don't make YouTube videos to float my boat. Look what I did. I would rather not show it off. Because showing it off only shows me that people are arrogant. Well, if I were you, well, you're not me. You are you. You're living in a big house, heating all day, having to work your tail off, trying to get enough firewood to heat your 1,000-foot square house that you live in 2 rooms in. You're not me. I'm not you, and I don't want to be you. So if you'll click this up next box to take the video over to my other channel, I really appreciate it. Go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you. I don't know. You figure it out today. Thanks for watching.